Cold. Is it cold? What's cold? Oh.
How are you cold where you live?
Because it's cold.
Kiyra.
It's cold. Okay.
Kiyra.
It's cold.
It's cold nights.
Yeah.
The desert gets cold.
Wow, wait,
Oh, yeah.
me like that.
The desert.
There's no trees that you can like set on fire.
It's cold. Ugh.
The sand doesn't absorb the cold.
That's the problem. It does absorb it. That's why it's cold.
Well, then shouldn't the cold be in the dirt and not in the air? The cold should be down, not up.
The heat rises, so the cold stays where she is.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The cold is being soaked into the ground. But say you're above the ground, like aren't you on like the second floor?
The heat rises above her, so she's still in the cold area.
Wait, if heat rises above her, how come she's not warm then?
Y'all not.
Because it rises. What do you mean?
Wait, we're not doxing you. We're talking about heat and cold.
Because the heat, by the time the heat gets to her, it gets too cold.
Well, then how come it doesn't just fall back down again?
It does.
But it falls on the second floor, and it's just stuck there.
I feel
No, because the heat cannot turn to cold by the time it gets there. It should have become cold the second it's nighttime.
Well, yeah, it's not the second it's nighttime. It's already been nighttime for a while now.
Do you think the cold just stays on the floor like that? Why does it just slide off?
What do you mean slide off?
Like it slides off like the stairs or something, I don't know.
I'm so confused.
It's not a physical entity. What are you talking?
It is to you, apparently. Apparently it is to you, man. I'm following your logic.
How's that my logic? What?
Your logic saying that it rises and then it falls, but it sticks on the floor.
I didn't say it sticks on the floor. I say that it rises and falls, but because it's cold, the desert is cold. By the time any heat gets up to her, it's already cold.
That's what I'm saying. So the cold should just stay outside.
Why would it stay outside?
How could it get inside?
Because the walls get so, like the outside of the walls get so cold, it starts penetrating.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The walls absorb the cold.
Yeah, and it absorbs it enough to passes through it.
So then the room itself should not be cold. The walls should be cold, but not the room.
It's just cold in my room, okay?
Well,
why? I'm just trying to get to why.
Well, because the walls are cold, they start.
I don't think she's leaning on the wall though.
No, I'm saying that because the walls get so cold, they start. What's permeating coldness.
Permeating.
What's the word?
You think it's leaking cold?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Technically, yes.
Leaking cold.
That's ridiculous.
Sorry.
Don't be stupid.
That's not it's not the proper language, but it's the right idea.
Your wall's leaking cold, man.
Your wall's leaking cold.
Okay, but then why is there insulation then? It's to make sure that the walls don't get cold.
Yeah, but I mean, eventually insulation stops working. Like it gets cold enough where it just bypasses insulation.
Okay, then why would they make insulation then? If it's just not going to hold the cold.
Because insulation works to a certain extent.
Okay, well then, if they knew that it was going to get cold in this particular climate, why didn't they upgrade the insulation?
Because that insulation can get worn down. Maybe it was good before, but then it's
How's
been
it
used
getting
for so
worn
long.
down? It's protected by a wall.
Yeah, and walls can deteriorate. Buildings deteriorate.
How?
Just by old. They just get old and lack of stuff. Yes, stuff gets old. What do you fucking?
You said it just by old. It olds and the wall falls apart because it olds, man.
Just because it gets old, so it starts deteriorating. And
Okay, why?
you don't think? What do you mean? What? You fucking? How did you graduate high school? What the fuck do you mean? Why?
The wall olds, so it leaks cold because the cold turns to heat, and the cold falls on the floor.
I'm saying it like the most basic sense.
I'm talking like a chemistry teacher over here.
I'm putting the most basic sense.
I don't think you are, to be honest.
Dude, you're talking like a caveman. You think that's basic sense? Wall old, cold fall out of wall. Cold no longer hold in insulation. Cold no hold. Blankets produce heat.
Then what's your explanation to why she's cold?
You guys get a blanket. Oh no! Oh no! I forgot. The blanket absorbs the cold, right? So when she gets that blanket on, she's just gonna be colder, right? Because it's absorbing the cold from her. But then she feels the cold on the blanket, so it doesn't work.
Oh shoot, that was not
What's your explanation to why she's cold?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is like I have no idea why she's cold. I thought she was in the land of hot.
Then why you bashing my caveman idea?
Because
then?
I can't think that your idea is ridiculous.
Well, you can't come up with a better idea, so...
I don't know why there's stars in the sky, but I know it's not a giant television.
Nobody argues that it is.
I mean, what if I argued it? Do you have a better reason?
Because
God sprinkled them in the sky.
No, because the light of stars and other...
But then eventually the light olds, and then no more light. Why does the sun go down when it gets dark, when we need it the most? That's pretty convenient of it.
What do you mean we need it the most? Why do we need it the most now?
Because it's dark out.
Because
so
it's dark because there is no sun. It's dark because there is no sun.
It's already bright when the sun's out.
Oh
That's what I'm
god.
saying.
Yeah,
so
because
we
the
should get it
sun
when it's
produces
dark.
that.
If you
Jesus
just switch
Christ.
it
Because the
out,
sun produces
then it'll be a
that light.
equilibrium. We'll be fine.
The sun
What?
produces that light.
How?
By being the sun, it's bright.
Okay, why?
Because the sun is just a
Testing,
big
1,
ball
2.
of fire in space.
Okay, how come it hasn't gone out yet?
It's just a big fire.
Okay, where's the wood? I don't see a base on it or
Sky
anything.
orb,
It's just
go
a
bye
ball.
bye.
Because
Sky
it burns. It's chemical burns. Or it's chemical burning.
It's chemical burns?
The sun is fire because of chemical mixture.
Mixture?
Yeah, it's a
What,
mixture
did
of
someone just leave a
chemicals.
tank of propane out? And they just set the sun on fire?
I feel like I'm explaining something to like a Saturner. Like with
You
like
are.
a
You
Saturn?
basically are.
somebody,
I don't believe in your science.
yeah, like some guy from the south who's just lived in a farm his whole life, never gone to any school.
He thinks he's smarter than me when he was saying the old walls are colding.
They leak.
It's
They leak cold.
the way you were talking to me. That's the only way I can
The
make it.
wall's
I can explain
cold.
it to you.
It can't hold the cold or it'll pour out.
How else would I phrase that? The walls deteriorate.
I don't know, man.
Because of age.
The walls
Walls deteriorate
decay.
because of age. They don't decay, they just deteriorate.
But you can't use old like it's a verb.
The walls get old because the walls
Why are we still talking
get
about
old.
this?
and the walls start aging and they get older, and as the older they get without like being like properly treated and patched or repaired, the more they deteriorate until eventually they start leaking in cold.
They start leaking in cold.
They start letting the
How old is your
cold
house?
of the out. They start letting the cold of the outside come into the inside.
Okay, but then
I'm-
explain to me this because
oh my
I've seen new
God.
houses and people still get hot and cold in those new houses. How is that possible when the walls are like less
New
than 2 years old?
Because there's empty
Because
space.
they're new houses. You just said new houses.
Exactly. So the wall should be perfect, right?
Yeah.
So then why does it still get hot and cold in them?
Because the world around them there's more space, or there's more temperature outside that affects the actual house. So and it's not like a perfectly vacuum sealed building. Like buildings are not perfectly vacuum sealed, so there's somewhere it starts. The environment affects it.
You don't want to talk anymore?
Well, I already said it.
Well, there's more to it, I'm sure.
Please.
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, houses are not perfect vacuum sealed, so there's somewhere the outside environment's gonna
There's-
seep in.
Yeah, you need oxygen.
Yeah, what
like
about
you
this?
need rotating oxygen within the house.
So riddle me this.
Oh god. No.
I've seen astronauts in the ISS, like the space station. That place is, I know for a fact, is absolutely vacuum sealed, pressurized, everything. Nothing gets out of that thing. But sometimes they can get cold in there. How is that possible?
No, they're always in. Okay, so they're always in their little jumpsuits, but they get cold because the outside's cold. Oh wait, but hold on. How do I phrase
Yeah,
it?
you have to explain to him
It
how
doesn't matter
outside
if the outside's
cold
because
affects
the walls
inside
protect
cold.
them, right?
You have to explain to him somehow through
Because
his
it's metal. The
Explain
entire ship
that
is
to the
metal.
liberal.
metal absorbs the temperatures more than other material,
Material girl.
and
Then why
even
do they
though
make
it
out of
doesn't,
metal?
because it's the best material to live like
Apparently
to
not. Apparently
It's
it
the
absorbs
best-
all the
okay.
temperature.
But it's the best material.
Well, that's not
to shoot
a
into
worry. It's the
outer
best.
space for.
They're not making the material. They're not using the
Why didn't they make
material
it out of diamond instead of out of iron?
Why would it make it? What's the good of making it out of diamond?
I don't know. Diamond just seems like it's more durable.
Based on what?
Minecraft.
No, it's netherite actually. Get it right.
Haven't you heard that like diamonds are like the hardest thing in the world?
Damn, at this point, let's just make it out of netherite then. Fucking.
They can't
Okay, well, there's no such thing as netherite. Stupid.
How do you know?
Hmm?
That's what the government wants you to.
How do I know? Okay. Okay, well, I've seen a ton of people pour like lava onto water, and it doesn't make obsidian. It's not purple.
It's not perfect.
That's not because it doesn't look like obsidian. It's just because it's not purple.
It doesn't look like it. It's not purple. It looks more like what's it called? The deep slate. That's what it looks like. It sure ain't purple though.
Maybe you're not
And I
doing
tell you
it
what,
right.
if you light a fire on it, it doesn't make a purple portal.
Maybe you're not doing it right.
So tell me, how the hell are they going to get netherite?
I mean, had
The best thing they can do is make it out of diamond.
You know how expensive that will be?
Dude, it's the NASA. You know how much money goes into that thing?
it's the NASA.
NASA.
It's NASA. Dude. It is the federal government.
No, I don't think
So
NASA's the federal
It's
government.
the U.S. federal government.
I mean, it's the space branch of the federal government.
Is
Technically,
it? I didn't know it was the federal government. I thought
Funding
it was-
through the federal government.
Oh, it's funded,
Yeah, it's funded
because
through-
it's the space exploration, but I don't think it's the actual
Yeah.
part. I don't think it's part of the government.
I mean, it's funded by it. If without the federal government, there wouldn't be a NASA.
Yeah, it's a government project that they're doing. It's not owned by companies.
You don't know that.
I do know that
Talks in
there's
NASA.
SpaceX.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
SpaceX is like a private space exploration, but NASA's like the government. That's what I'm saying. They have like literally billions of dollars going into that thing. I'm sure they can afford to go mining for some diamonds in some
I
third
mean,
world
not
country.
really.
I don't think they.
They
can.
don't have. They don't
They
really
can't-
put money into NASA because for what? After they
For
beat
what?
the Soviets, they didn't care. It didn't after they beat the Soviets.
still,
We
a
haven't
lot
done
of
anything.
I know it doesn't seem like a lot compared to like the military budget, but there's still billions that go into that thing.
Well, yeah, but
Like we're still putting
yeah,
in
most
rovers
of
and
it's like
stuff.
to pay employees.
Yeah, so it's
to
not
pay
enough.
maintenance fees. It
It's
isn't
not
to
enough
make a
billions
whole
to make a
spaceship
space
out of
ISS.
diamonds.
We can't afford to mine.
Where are we gonna go mining?
The f-
Explain to me where we're mining.
I don't know. The Middle East, like where we go for oil.
Oh.
what?
Why can't we just mine right here on the homeland? You think
What-
we found
what
all the
purpose-
diamonds here? I don't think so.
What purpose does making the ISS out of diamond serve?
And make it more durable, okay? What if it gets hit by an asteroid? Boom, diamonds. It's not gonna do anything.
They-
Are you
they-
sure? Because there's
You
physics
sure?
into that.
Yeah.
You wanna argue?
I'm pretty
You wanna
sure.
argue? You wanna argue the physics of a meteor hitting
We think
a
it's gonna do any
diamond
better against
ISS?
metal? You think it's gonna do better against metal?
There's a higher chance of it being there being some form of integrity with metal over diamonds.
Why, you think the diamond's gonna break?
Oh my god.
I,
I'm losing brain cells.
I don't think it's
Can we-
well reinforced. I don't think diamonds can
Ooh,
be
well
well
reinforced.
reinforced.
Dude, you just make... I'm not saying make the entire thing out of diamond. You add, like, diamond plates around it, like armor.
Yeah, but okay.
So it's protecting the exterior hull.
Okay.
How?
But
So you strategically place it in low integrity points?
No, just all over. Low integrity, high integrity, everything.
So you cover the whole ISS in diamond plates.
Essentially, yeah.
How's it?
Like 90% of it.
I'm gonna
Obviously,
lose
don't cover
brain
like the like the areas where you have doors and stuff.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know what where to go with this. What else can I say to this stuff?
You can't explain it because science is bullshit.
It's not that I can't explain. There's nothing. You didn't counter science in saying that let's cover it with diamonds.
You know, Hawk, this is the most that you've spoken in any stream.
And
I'm just saying the only reason that you started speaking is just to argue about hot and cold.
because you asked, how does the cold get in?
If the sun is a giant chemical fire, how come it's able to move?
Gravity.
There's no gravity in space.
There's gravitational poles of different things. So
But
not
it's at
out.
the center.
What?
Isn't it at the center of our gravitational pull?
Prove it.
Yeah, but that still pulls. That still pulls stuff outside of its.
It pulls stuff out of it.
Outside of it, the force of gravity that everything has pulls each other around.
You're saying our planets are pulling on the sun.
I'm saying everything in space is pulling on everything else, so it's making orbits and rotations.
We're not
This
moving.
literally started because I was saying I was cold.
What the hell?
We are moving. You just
That's
can't
kind of
feel
on
it.
you.
We are moving. You just can't feel it because it's
Okay.
such a slow. Relative
What
to
about
you,
this? I'm not cold
it's
right
slow.
now. I'm not cold right now, but it's cold outside.
Do you have a heater?
My house is pretty old. No,
You
I don't have a heater
on?
on. No, it's not.
Do you have good ice? Do you have good insulation?
Okay, well, how do we know? That's
'Cause
just an
you're not
accusation
cold.
you're making.
Can you play Fortnite?
If you're not cold, then you have good enough insulation to counter the temperature outside.
Okay,
And
but
you
what
have
if I had bad insulation? How are we gonna prove that though?
the interior of your home is through some means people inside your house are producing enough heat to counterbalance the cold out the outside world.
But no, they're not. No one's really doing anything right now.
Computers are producing heat.
I don't
Any
have my
devices
computer on right now.
What
You know
are
my
you talking
computer is
to?
like at the equivalency of a heater?
No, but
Talking was.
your computer and any other plugged-in devices somewhere around
Now I
your
have
house
my
are
Xbox
producing.
on right now.
There's still other devices around your house that are plugged in, and they're producing
Okay.
like.
Okay, well, what about Tempura? She's cold. Are you saying she has no
Yeah.
devices in her house to keep her warm?
It's just,
I'm saying the devices, the lack of she doesn't have enough devices or enough insulation to counter the cold outside with the heat from the inside.
It's just because I just.
Tempura, how many devices do you have in your room alone?
I don't know. I don't count them.
How many
don't
heat
count.
producing things or things that
I
require
don't know.
electricity?
I don't know.
Just give me an estimate. How
I
many
don't
things?
know.
Give me an estimate.
I don't know.
Do you not see your room?
Yes. But okay, look,
Okay.
I'm mostly
How
cold
many things in
because
there do you see?
I am mostly cold because I just ate, and my body's getting.
You get
It's-
cold after you eat?
Yeah.
What do you eat?
No, you
Ice cream?
No, you have to. Your body. Okay. So when you eat, your body's more focused on digestion than anything else. So. That being said, you can get cold.
Explosives heat production.
Yeah. That being said, it's also heat production. So you can get cold when after you eat because
How long ago has it been since you ate?
I don't know, like 10 minutes.
4 days.
4 days. 4 days.
Man, that thing's still running pretty good. You're like,
Yeah.
man, I'm full. I am stuffed.
Anywho, we should play Fortnite.
You already tried this game?
Yeah. It's Overwatch. What do you
Alright,
expect?
after this match. What are your insulation like in your walls?
I don't know. In my room, it's good for the most part, but our heater's not on. It traps heat very well. It doesn't produce it.
Well, according to Hawk, all you need is your computer to heat up
word?
your entire room.
Interesting.
To produce enough heat to better the situation compared to the outside.
How cool do you think it is outside?
It's about
No.
40 something right now.
You think it's like -2 Celsius or something?
No, it doesn't have to be that cold to like counter it.
Well, -2 Celsius really cold compared to Fahrenheit?
Well, anything below 0 is pretty freaking cold.
Well, yeah, but I think Fahrenheit's on a greater scale, isn't it?
Don't they both agree that 0 is no matter Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Well, what Celsius is better is more than 1 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I know. Hey Google, what's -2 Celsius in Fahrenheit?
Oh, that thing should be warming up right now. It's running the motors.
It's 28.
Put your hand by it so it keeps you warm.
It's 28 Fahrenheit.
Oh god, we're losing.
We've been losing.
You lost because you couldn't balance the heat.
Yeah, her fingers were too cold, so she couldn't hit the controls right on.
Dog.
I gotta go piss.